today. So first of all, I want to acknowledge the elephant in the room. If you can hear that annoying Mickey bird, it is sitting out, literally straight out the back from my window, and it is just making the most horrendous noise. Anybody who knows me at all knows that birds are not really my thing. Anyway, so it's going to continue to chirp. I can't do anything about it. And it's spring here in Australia. So I'm apologising. Okay, what am I doing here? I am using up a piece of scrap 12 by 12. And I wanted it to be black. And I didn't want to use a whole sheet of black. So I just painted around the edges. It's going to become my border. So that was that. Do you like the splits? In the last video that I did, with all the tags, you know how I cut the, if you haven't seen it, go back and have a look. It's the video before this one. And it's literally, I cut slits and I left my Teflon mat on top of my cutting mat, and whoops, there goes another one. So what am I doing today? I'm just doing a quick power scrap, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to scrap a picture of my Foxy. Haven't scrapped any photos of Coco in forever. She's my Coco Loco. That's what we call her. And she is now, I think she's 11 years old. I think she's about 11. She's now very grey, but back when these photos were taken, she was still relatively a puppy, and she would let us do anything to her, and she was absolutely adorable. She's absolutely crazy. She's a miniature Foxy. And snapped some shots, so I thought, you know what, I'll scrap those today. But instead of doing a typical, you know, pet photo, you know, my lovely pet, my wonder, whatever, I thought what I would do is, I felt like the florals, and I love this paper collection from Paper Rose Studios. It's the Rainbow Poppy collection, and I used E and F. And what you can see me doing off to the side there is I have a little bit of MARTE modelling paste, and I'm using my alcohol inks. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to get some colour, and I thought, I wonder what it does to, I wonder if I can use it in this. So I gave it a go. It's not very, for the amount of ink I used, it's not very pigmented, but when it dries, it was actually the perfect colour. I used coffee and brown. And see, when you put it on like that, it looks like I'm putting so much on there, but it's really not. And it made a beautiful colour. I was look, honestly, I was going for like a beige sort of colour. Now, on this very well loved stencil that I have, it is, I sprayed the back of it with the spray adhesive, so it holds it on, and you know, I'm able to be sort of more, I'm able to use my hands in a different way. I'm able to, like, it holds it down, and I can get a nice smooth buttery finish with my modelling paste, basically. So I'm not trying to make these perfect squares. I'm trying to make them with little bits and pieces on the edge kind of thing, sort of more rustic looking. Most of it will get covered up anyway, because that's just the nature of the beast. Sorry, I need a mouthful of water. Oh man, my allergies are playing up today, something fierce. Woo! Spring has sprung. For, oh my goodness, listen to me go, would you? For anyone who is overseas, here in Australia at the moment, it is spring and all the birds are chirping. Look, we have stacks of birds. I love them to death. I really do. Magpies, love them. The ones around my place, love them. Although, they're not all made equal. So, don't try and befriend and pat a magpie, because trust me, it won't end well. But the magpies around my place, they know us, and they know that we are fine and we will not hurt them, so they don't swoop us at all. The lorikeets, love them, not a problem. So I'm using tear tape on this because The paper quality for Paper Rose Studio papers is awesome, but I wanted it because I've got that extra stuff on it. Now, what I just did then is I used my stick glue. I just used the Boss Stick Blue Stick glue, and by running that across your tape, it gives you a couple of seconds of wiggle room, so you can get your border nice and straight before you actually press it down. And this is kind of where I'm going. So this is what I had sort of in my head when I was mucking around, and I picked these photos up and I just chucked them on the desk, and they sort of landed kind of like that. And I thought that would work. Power scrap style. Make a decision, stick to it, do it. So that's what I'm doing. Now, while I'm quickly doing this, I'm just going to let you know that I have finally made a decision. I'm getting out there with my giveaway. I would love to say a huge, huge thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel. You have no idea how much it means to me. It is amazing. So I have organized a giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be in the first week of November. So competition details will be coming to you. I sort of I thought if I wanted to do a giveaway, I could just sort of do it straight away. But you kind of got to, I'm going to do a YouTube hop at the same time to sort of celebrate the 800. So unfortunately, you've got to give everybody notice for this kind of thing. And I didn't even think about that, to be quite honest with you. It was one of the things I didn't think about. So I've organized myself, and for everybody who loves a good YouTube hop and or loves my style of scrapping, wants to help celebrate, it will be in the first week of November. So what else can I tell you about my page? So I actually haven't used a lot of product, and I actually really think the page turned out really, really nice. At the moment, I'm just cutting these poppies. Now, I actually bought the whole pack, and I got it from Paper Rose Studios, and to say that I love these poppies, it is the whole collection is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love it. And I don't want to waste any of it, but I also want to use it. I apologize. I'm sorry about that. So I wanted to basically get in and do a little bit of fussy cutting and layer things up a little bit. Now, I know this is a dog. This is a dog layout. This is a dog in a fire. I'm sorry, my phone keeps beeping. It's coming through my computer. So I realize all that. There's nothing really to say about the photos, except it's our Coco Loco. She's crazy. So, and she had her fire chief hat on, which was super cute, and we were all having a laugh and a giggle, and that's really all it is. So I kind of had huge creative license as to which direction I wanted to do this. Did I want to do heaps of mixed media? Did I want to do a little bit? Did I want to try and see what I can do with... So in my head, I thought, why not challenge myself to, use a little bit of mixed media if you want, but use something that you wouldn't normally associate with dogs. So I thought, flowers. So yeah, so that works. So I'm just trying to sort of nestle the poppies. I was going to cut them all up into smaller ones, and then I realized, you know what, this is sort of sitting in an L shape, like it's a bit of a waterfall. So that just tucked in there nicely. So I didn't bother moving it at all. And I am raising it up on foam just to give it a little bit of depth. So that totally works. So, okay, what else am I doing? So on top of all that, I just fussy cut these pictures. Now, you're going to see here in a second, I have been lazy and I haven't filled up my glue gun, my art glitter glue. Sorry, still with the old mouth. I haven't filled it up, so you're going to see me fill that up shortly. Now, I wanted to put this flower up here. Now, watch what I do here, because this is actually, I stuck it on there and I thought, oh, yep, that's the flower, yep, keep going. And it wasn't until a little bit later, I actually looked up in the camera, and I've got a monitor that I can see what I'm scrapbooking, because it's really difficult when you're making these videos. You can't lean over your page the way you typically would if you were at a retreat. So see how I removed it? Now, I was just trying to think of how, I really liked the flower there, but it was too big. So I thought, you know what? There's another sort of natural line around the poppy. I can sort of take the edge off it, and that way it sort of shrinks it down a bit. And look, it actually worked. So that one makes me much happier. It's slightly smaller. I felt like it was sort of taking over the photo kind of thing. So yeah, so I was really happy with that. So I guess the main thing to take away from that is, oh, here we go. Watch how full I fill this glue bottle up. You want to laugh? Get ready. So I get my art glitter glue from Crazy Craft Obsession. They have it in stock. This is the bottle I'm using. Look how full that is. That is literally filled to the brim. It is going to come out the top. Don't ever fill your bottle up that full. It's insane. It's literally, I'm struggling to get it out now because now it's sort of gumming up in the tip. It's okay. It'll settle down. Once I get a little bit of it out, it'll be fine. But that's where I get my glue from. It's very punctual. It's always packed perfectly. So if you want to even if you haven't tried art glitter glue, I know it sometimes can be difficult to get your hands on here in Australia, but Cass and Jacques, they seem to have it under control, and they have lots and lots in stock. So yeah, it's awesome. I love it. And they've got the tips as well, the silver tips. So here I am using, now I don't always use the branding strips, okay? I'm a bit notorious for just, unless they've got the pattern all the way along them, I don't really use them. But what I do like about the Paper Rose Studios branding strips, they're actually phrases, and they're different phrases. So I find myself using them. So please don't copy what I'm doing here, where I've taken the guard off my personal trimmer. It's not the safest thing to do, but I absolutely had to, because I tried cutting them and I cut it crooked. So I had to straighten it up, and it was a bit of a moment, but that's okay. See, the glue is just literally spewing out the top of my glue bottle. Whoops. Now these sayings are not, they're quite generic, but they were actually quite cute to use on this particular page. So I was really happy with them. I was going to do like a, what do you call it? Like a banner, a fork, a flag, whatever you call it where you are. I was going to do that on the end, and then I thought, nah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it straight. I'm trying to keep this super simple. I know that my top photo is not perfectly square. It doesn't bother me, to be honest, because there's so much going on the page. I'm totally okay with it. Very odd for me. I would normally have issues with that. So this is where all the flowers, they're all sort of working well with each other. And I'm just grabbing my thickers. Now, these thickers, they seem to go forever. These ones are called hardcover, and I've got them in black, and I've got them in like a beige kind of color. So they stick on really well. I do come over and I'll glue this down, but just for the speed of the fact that it's a power scrap, I literally just grabbed them and popped them on. Now, I am using my monitor to get them straight, in case you're curious as to how is she getting them on there straight. I've got a camera above me and a monitor straight in front of me, so it does make it a little bit easier. Now, don't mind me the way I spell loco. That's because it's the way I call her is how I've written it. So it's one of those things. I'm sure we all have crazy little quirks we have with our dogs. So, or cats. If you're a cat person, you're not a dog person. So, if there's anything else you would like to know, if you're new to my channel, hi. Before you leave, feel free to hit that subscribe button or that like button. Leave me a comment maybe. I load up 6 videos a week, Monday through Saturday, and I usually have them up first thing in the morning unless something with the family's gone awry and I'm tending to my family because I'm a mum of 3 with a wonderful husband that works full time. So this is pretty much the end of my video, and I'm so glad you guys are sticking around and that you have liked and subscribed to my channel because it really helps me out. Thank you so very much. And here's the close-ups, and if you want to see still close-ups, jump in the description below and you will find my Facebook link, and jump over to my Facebook group, and I put heaps and heaps of photos, lots of zoomed right in photos so you can really see what I've done. So thank you so much for watching. I seriously appreciate each and every single one of you, and I am absolutely over the moon at hitting 800 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. Your support means the world to me. So thanks very much. I will catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.